Hello everyone. Today we are going to go ahead and discuss a very important question. Why Indian Economic Services? Why is it important to go ahead and apply for Indian Economic Services? See, when IES was initially established separately as another civil service exam, the main aim was to go ahead and have professionals who could help in the implementation of the economic policy, who could go ahead and understand what economic policies are all about and how to implement different economic policies during different time. We understand that when we talk about any economy, it goes through a period of boom, it goes through a period of recession, etc. We understand that when we talk about any economy, there are various changes that take place in the economy. Like, for example, as recent as COVID-19, what kind of economic policies should be applied when? When do we go ahead and apply a feedback loop? When do we go for feedback mechanism? When do we go back to the roots for the very basic theories that were suggested by Keynes and classicals? For that purpose, we went ahead and started with, there was new, uh, you know, there was an establishment of IES other than the other civil service exams. Now, when having said this, when it comes to IES, this is Group A service exam under the Central Civil Services. Now, why should you actually go ahead and apply for an Indian Economic Service? Why should you become an aspirant of it? Why should you sit for an exam of IES? What all are the benefits that you will get? The first and foremost is job satisfaction, which is very high among IES folks. The second is balanced work profile. You will be working on economic policies of the country. You will be working on different plans and policies of the work of the country. But at the same time, you will also be connecting with academic people, people who are in the research background, people who are doing PhD in economics on continuous basis. So because you will get a beautiful exposure of doing real-time planning, of working on real-time policies, and at the same time working with academicians, that will ensure that you get the best of both the worlds. Because of this, that is the reason why the minimum eligibility for the exam is master's degree in economics, right? Because that's the minimum level required to go back and talk to people who are involved in research, who are completely involved in academics. There is also a lot of stability in terms of the job. So very often you would see that government job requires you to go ahead and to take transfer from one place to another. However, most of the service term is spent in the central government for IES in and around the North Block. Even when you have promotions, even when you have transfers, you remain mostly in New Delhi, and that brings a lot of stability in your work. Now, when you talk about central government, almost all the departments of the central government have their economic divisions. Whether you talk about the Ministry of Corporate Affairs or you go ahead and talk about the Ministry of Commerce. As a result of it, you will get an opportunity to work in diverse areas, right from Ministry of Finance to Ministry of Textile to Ministry of Electronics and whatnot. So this gives you even more exposure to go out and to learn diverse things and would keep bringing interesting things in your field. So all the very best. Go ahead, sit for this exam and give your best. Thank you.